The Feds just raised the short-term borrowing rate by 75 basis points, which is 0.75%. What does that mean for the real estate market? And what are my predictions on what's going to happen next? Stay tuned to find out. Okay, so maybe some of you have heard that the Federal Reserve raised the short-term borrowing rate by 75 basis points, which is 0.75%. How does that have an impact on the real estate market? Well, we've seen already in the past several months when the Feds have raised the rates, that mortgage rates go up as well, right? The interest rate that you pay when you get a loan. And right now, 7% for a mortgage is pretty common for a 30-year fixed. Now, with this recent increase by the Feds, we may see interest rates on mortgages go close to 8%. And how does that change things for buyers and their mortgage that they're going to be paying? Let's take a look at an example here. Okay, what I have shown here are 3 windows that can display the monthly payment for a mortgage, and this will include taxes and fees. It's not exact, but close enough for this example that we'll look at. Okay, an $800,000 home. If you were to purchase this at $800,000 with 20% down, if you were going to pay the 3%, which was the earlier part of 2022, and you had a good credit score of around 700, then your monthly payment would be $3,764, so around $3,800. Now, if that were to change, let's go ahead and change it to 8%, that goes to almost $5,800, so $2,000 increase in payment. Now let's go over here, and I'm going to put a house at $1.2 million. $7,467 would be the monthly payment. The interest rate here is 6.18. Let's change that though to what it would be in the earlier part of 2022. Then you have $5,647, pretty close to the $800,000 price we looked at. And that's a huge difference there for the buyers. A house that they could have purchased for $1.2 million in the earlier part of 2022 when the interest rates were lower, now they can buy a house for $800,000 for the same payment. Now this is a huge deal, right? $400,000 difference in buying power. This house, but that's the thing, the $1.2 million is at 3%. Now if we look over here, $1.2 million, if this were at 8%, then the payment is $8,644. $3,000 higher than it would have been for the same house, meaning the money amount, the purchase price of the house, the $3,000 payment higher than if it were at 3% in the earlier part of 2022. So this is a huge deal, and it's going to impact buyers and what they can purchase. So what are my predictions? I think that in the next 4 to 6 months, interest rates will stay pretty similar in this price, in this range. They're not going to drop super fast. They're not going to go up a lot higher, but they may adjust a percent down or up here and there. I think that buyers will purchase homes at lower price points so they can stay at the price, stay at the payment that they want to be at. And I think that sellers, when they sell their homes, it's going to be more competitive because there's buyers that can be more picky out there. The interest rates are higher, so there's not going to be a ton of multiple offer situations. But if the home is listed in a way that has great marketing, is priced right, then the home could definitely sell at a good price. Not the same prices as the earlier part of 2022 when you had multiple offers and the prices were getting bid up, but still at a decent price that I'm sure the seller will be happy with. The greater Seattle area real estate market is still very strong, but now that the interest rates are higher, I'm for sure thinking that most buyers are just going to look for homes at a lower price point or just hold off and wait to see what happens. As interest rates go higher, the prices go lower on the homes. So some buyers may just continue to wait, purchase a home at a lower price point if the interest rates continue to go up, and then just refinance once the interest rates get back to a level that it makes sense for them to have a lower rate, lower payment, and they got the house at a lower price point, which is to the benefit of the buyer. So what are my predictions for the buyers and sellers in the real estate market here in the greater Seattle area? I think that buyers will continue to look for homes, but they will be more picky because the interest rates are so much higher. They're going to be paying a higher payment or get less for their money. They have less purchasing power because the same payment that they were paying in the earlier part of the year now will get them less house currently. So they will be more picky and selective to make sure that they're getting what they're looking for and that they want to make sure that's going to fit their needs for the next several years. Multiple offers will be very uncommon, as they have been as of late. If you're a seller, for sellers, I think that they will continue to sell the homes if they have to. You know, that's always something that's out of your control at times. If you get a new job, or if there's a family emergency, or whatever the case may be, and you need to sell your home to relocate, then of course get the home listed. You'll get a good price for it, and it will still be, there will be a lot of equity in that house if you've been in it for at least a few years, or even a couple of years. You'll have good equity in there. So if you don't have to sell right away, you can wait to see what's going to happen in the next 2 to 3 months and see if interest rates go down. If they do, that could help, because then many people will think the market is rebounding. But as I mentioned in some other videos that I made previously, the market is still very strong, and the average prices of the homes have gone up here in the area. So as a seller, I wouldn't be discouraged. If you want to sell and you feel like you can use that equity for something better, by all means, go ahead and do that. And as long as the house is listed at the right price and marketed well, it'll sell within a couple of weeks, in my opinion. Very likely that will happen. If you have any questions, please let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and like this video. It helps me grow the channel and get more content out to all of you. And if you have any comments on the market currently, on the interest rate increase, or just what your thoughts are, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. So thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next video.